Rick Garcia, are there any movies that you know are bad but still enjoy? Ishtar, Hudson Hawk, etc. I gotta see Ishtar someday. I saw Hudson Hawk, or most of it. Um, in the middle of it, I made an excuse to use the bathroom and then went out in the lobby and spent about 45 minutes talking to the guy behind the popcorn counter. I just didn't want to go back in. I know that movie has fans, but I think they're fans. I don't know. They just, I don't know why they're fans. It's like a badge of honor. I'm a fan of Hudson Hawk. I'm one of the few like that movie. But I don't believe in guilty pleasures. By that, I mean, you shouldn't be guilty about anything that you enjoy. If you like it, you like it. The hell with everybody else. Why feel guilty about it? You know, if I want to watch Hogan's Heroes reruns, damn it, I'm going to watch them. Yeah, I know it's kind of kitschy and but I like it. So leave me alone. Okay, so I'll give you some examples for me. The Green Slime. The Green Slime is a Japanese production science fiction movie with some American people in the cast, written by Americans, I believe I don't think it's directed by an American. One of the writers is Bill Finger, a longtime Batman writer. He wrote Batman comics and Batman TV episodes, and he was one of the writers on The Green Slime. And The Green Slime is just a really earnest sci-fi horror flick. It's like Alien it's like Alien meets the Muppets. But the thing about it, gosh darn it, it's so earnest. It's so earnest in the way it's made and so serious. And it's got all the eye candy, of a science fiction film, the explosions and spacesuits and monsters and all the rest of it. And it's just a lot of geeky fun. And no, it's not a good movie. But the thing is, I showed it to my boys years ago. They were kids. They were like 8, 12, and showed it to them one Halloween. And afterwards, I said, "Man, wasn't that a kick? I mean, it's such a goofy movie." And they looked at me and said, "Goof, what was goofy about it?" They dug it. They dug it for real, because that's who it was made for. It was made for kids. But yeah, it's not a good movie, but I love it. Why not? Another one I'm guilty of is Congo. Congo was based on a far superior Michael Crichton novel. It's sort of made into a gonzo crazy movie. I mean, how can you not love a movie that has Bruce Campbell die at the beginning? I don't. It's not that I don't like Bruce Campbell, but he does such a great job at dying and screaming and being horrified, and just opens so wonderfully. And Laura Linney is very good in it, and probably wishes that no one ever would remember she was in this movie, because she's quite a serious actress, quite a good actress, but she does her best here, and for my money has the best scenes. And then you got Tim Curry, who is not only chewing the scenery of this movie. I think he chewed so much scenery, he moved on to several other productions that summer and left bite marks on them. And he just, the director just completely indulges Tim Curry, which that's a blast too. That's fun. Plus, Ernie Hudson, Ernie Hudson playing the Great White Hunter, and obviously having the time of his life. He's got this kind of almost Earl Flynn or Clark Gable type speech pattern, like right out of the 1930s or 40s. He's having the time of his life, and I dug it. I was right there with him. I thought, man, seeing an actor enjoy themselves that much brings me joy as well. And it's about a lost city full of killer apes. What's not to love? But yeah, it's goofy and disjointed and schmaltzy in parts, and it's a weird movie. But I've watched it a lot of times, and I'm not going to apologize, because, as I said, there's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. Okay, now the dumbest movie I love, the dumbest, most stupid movie that I love, and I've watched multiple times, is Lucy. Luc Besson, I guess science fictiony thriller thingy. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Scarlett Johansson, if you haven't seen the movie, uh, she's forced into smuggling drugs. Basically, they perform surgery and stick a whole bunch of some weird experimental drug into her torso, to a wound. They just create a wound, suture it up, and somehow the container for this drug leaks, and it allows her to use 100% of her brain. Now, the science there is ridiculous. People, the misnomer that we only use 10% of our brain. Well, at any one time, we use 15 to 20% of our brain, but you're not using all your brain all the time because you're not always listening to something. You're not always reading something. You're not always smelling something. You're not always excited. You're not, the different centers of your brain for different things. You are not, fighting and fleeing at the same time, but that's it. That's the science of the movie. She's able to use 100% of her brain power, which somehow gives her super abilities that go beyond, the existential. And the movie's got a really, really weird ending and everything else. But again, it's one of those what's not to love movies. It's Scarlett Johansson kicking ass. There's lots of action, there's lots of suspense. And the ending, as goofy and crazy and unscientific and ridiculous as it is an amazing ending for a film. And I've watched it over and over and over again, and I will not apologize. I will not say I'm sorry. I think Lucy is a fun popcorn movie as long as you don't think at all while you're watching it. Don't ask any questions. Just watch Scarlett Johansson, shoot and punch and kick her way into your heart. And that's it. There you go. My top three stupidest movies I love.